Alrighty, my audio is good. It's actually peaking super hard. If anyone's listening and just got their ears blown out, I'm so sorry. I just talked normally and it immediately went into red. All right, now it's your guys' turn to say something.
Oh,
All right, try it
That
again.
time.
hello.
Hello.
Check.
All right, you're doing
Check.
perfect.
Cool. We're perfect. You hear
And now-
that?
And now no one say anything for approximately 6 seconds. All right, we're
Was that
perfect.
6 seconds?
I just really only
Damn it,
needed
I was
like
trying to
one.
unshoot it.
Really needed about 1 second. But alrighty,
Damn
folks.
it.
Here we have it. We're here playing. We're here doing Dungeons and Dragons. This is where we don't have any dungeons and no dragons, but we're playing pretend. That's what we are. We're playing pretend, and at some point there may be a dragon. There used to be dragons. We've also had dungeons in the past as well. Never at the same time though. Don't know why they could put that ampersand in there. But we are picking things up on the Tales of Revedia. We got some of our folks here. Zelthar's not here because he hates us. He hates us and he thinks we're bad people and doesn't want to play D&Ds with us. But, you know, all the people who think that I'm a good person, they're here. Liz is here. A good old Taryn. They're preoccupied. Ethan's here as well. Fuck. I forgot your character's name. Jugun. Oh my god. We're off to a bad start, guys. We're off to a real bad start, I'm gonna be honest with you. And last but certainly not least, your favorite... Oh, I don't want to... Never mind. I was gonna say something else. Your favorite dear guy, Cageless, of the Moving Wilds, which have recently moved. He's here. But picking things back up where we were last week, you guys had finally breached into the heart of Revedia. Aboard Jay's ship, this submersible vessel called the Manta, you guys have been making your way through several days, these sort of dark ocean trenches. This absolute sort of pits of nothingness in this ship, specially fortified for the potential dangers of the environment you guys are about to find yourself in. Now, as you entered into the world of Revedia itself, there were some key messages it left behind for you, or it had ahead for you. And why the fuck? I'm killing poop, bro. There's a Capri Sun in my bed, bro. What's going on here? What's going on here? I need to grab my notebook. I apologize, y'all. I was not ready. Ugh. But a few lessons were imparted onto you all before you headed into it. And actually, can one of you guys check your notes? Because I grabbed the wrong notebook twice. I apologize, y'all.
The message that was inscribed.
Yeah. As a reminder, as we step into the session, that'd be beautiful of you. Thank you.
Yeah. Where's the first one? That's the True Sight one. Where's the first one? Here it is. So, Jugun had this in a vision before we reached where we reached, but then we reached, there's too many iterations of reach in there. So when we finally made it to, like, where we could enter into the latticework of currents, I believe, we came across a sign that reads, Be warned, foolish and brave. Death awaits for the mightiest of you, and fate's much worse for those weak in whole body and spirit. If you seek peace, turn away, but if you search for death's delay, those edicts shall neither guide you. In the darkness lies safe. Huh?
I was gonna say these edicts shall guide you. I might have misspoke. But yeah, go ahead, sorry.
I think I wrote this on there. These edicts shall guide you. In the darkness lies safety. Life flows with the currents. Neither magic nor might shall be your escape. Do not wake what slumbers. But then, with his true sight, Sparks looked upon this same message and saw completely different words, which read, To those who seek us, we are waiting in our home. The great master sleeps. We wait for his awakening to return to us, live amongst us, and be loved as one of us. It is in a very different language. Usaric?
Usaric, yes. The reason you knew the language, of course, was because it was one spoken by Dazan.
Yes, and he has said that he hasn't seen that since
since
Many years.
Nadine fell, the ancient city in which he came from.
Yes.
But as you guys are sort of making your way down, being pulled forth by this current through the darkness, ahead of you, you all see sort of Jay putting out first most of the many instruments that lie all across the panels around here. Because there seems to be land up ahead, a spot of some sorts. I could turn the lights on if you want to get a clear look at it, but it's up to you.
No.
All. It's damn near directly ahead of us.
Well, I guess I only see 60 feet, but I think we're fine, Jay.
So you want to just blindly fly into it? If you think so.
You are the submersible driver, so whatever you think is best for reaching there safely, I guess.
Well, if anything, we'll be able to see if there's room to at least go around it. I'm not sure how far left or right this current is truly going to go. And I don't know what happens if we get pulled into one of the cross streams around here.
Do you have any means of avoiding collisions beyond visual awareness?
As I said, I can see a rough layout of things. We have an underwater system that essentially, imagine like how you use detect magic, but except to just detect stings that aren't water.
Feels like
But-
you would turn a lot of colors then.
Well, you don't have to turn anything. Bad analogy.
Feels like you would have sort of like a
Can you explain how it
holographic
works?
situation going on in your body.
And he's just saying, maybe it's best if I don't explain the details of it. And very almost like sort of sci-fi-esque. In the center of the bottom floor of the manta, where all the many different panel works are that aren't little sparse little artillerist thing. There is this concave area in the floor, almost as sort of bowed in a little bit. And as Jay himself, you guys have seen, has a minor ability to cast magic. Most of what he does is through items and other objects. He doesn't really do much of it himself. Reaching towards we're back at the ship. It seems to be one of the many groups of instruments. He pulls down on one of the levers, and that concave area in the floor. Now, however you can interpret this, perfectly at your discretion, but that concave area looks like it begins fill with water.
Is that working right?
And as there's just as it comes together, crashing forward into the middle area of it, you watch as the water doesn't splash, doesn't go anywhere except in this perfect circular area, but begins to stay still, shaped in the air. And you watch as you see on the floor, there's imagine an engraving amongst the concave part of this. This is where the manta is. It shows you guys in the middle of this spot, essentially. The light reflecting off of it, and sort of throwing this illusion into the water. But the areas around it, the water seems to shift, taking not just the form of the countless ocean around you, but ahead further from the manta, at what Jay is going to say would be about a quarter mile out. Would be this circular shape that starts to form, almost as if there is this now large, massive air bubble breaching through the sort of pool of water that's displaying your surroundings. And as it's doing that, you guys, I'm assuming you probably are still being pulled forward slightly by the current, but he would have been able to put it in reverse to try and hold you guys in place a little bit. It seems that air bubble begins to pass, and on the other side of it, water begins to fill in that area, showing what seems to be an area of rocky land. You see flatness. You see on the sides of this what would look like cliffs or edges of some piece of earth. And then, while this thing is not capable of making out distinct shapes, what it is able to make out is what something that vaguely seems like uniform structures along this thing. They don't look like just rocks. It's like a square with like a triangle on top. Or some of these buildings, or some of these things like just squares.
Oh, it's like a low
Low-res.
poly representation.
Yeah.
It's like a LOD map.
This is so this is like, imagine this is like a
Immersive-
low poly
immersive
like
here.
hologram table that uses water instead.
And so we're descending, right? Predominantly, we're descending in the current.
To be fair,
And this bubble
you
is
don't know.
below us.
You're just going
okay.
forward at this point. The actual, or unless you're like trying to like read like instruments on this thing, there isn't like a very strong sense of orientation as to where you're going.
So when we look out the window and we see this bubble, because you said it was like luminous or something, maybe?
Very faintly.
Yeah, but in the pitch black, it's probably
Yeah.
pretty
So you-
noticeable. So it's ahead of us, or is it ahead and below, or
It is
what?
like ahead of you guys. And when it comes to the current that you guys are in, imagine is exactly as if you were looking like a woven basket. These sort of tubes that are going all around it, right? Made of whatever the fuck you weave baskets out of. Wood, that's what it is. You guys, imagine like the manta itself was within one of those tubes. And directly ahead of you along that same path, that's sort of crisscross spiraling all throughout the other ones, that's where the island is.
Can I look below through the windshield, like to the extent that I can perceive in the darkness? Do I have? Is it just, as far as I know, is it just like dark void beneath us, or dark abyss more thematically? Is there
If
any
you want
land
to,
or stuff that I can see?
I'd say go ahead and make me a perception check. And there's this, if you want to check out the watcher station, you're more than welcome to do so at advantage if you want to use that. Did you move over to that
I should
area?
probably use that, shouldn't
Yes. I gotta find which notebook it's in, because I keep losing all my notebooks as of late. At least the important ones.
I? Yeah, I'm just trying to get bearings. And did you say the bubble is disconnected from that rock shelf?
No, it's almost in that rock shelf that's inside of it.
Oh, it's inside of it. Oh, that's a big bubble.
Enough for some individuals to live in it, I would imagine.
That's what you think, but what if
It is.
all the Gungans are like an extinct city?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check at advantage.
Sorry, I'm
And-
opening it up.
Also do that, or
Down.
You know what's fucked
I'll
up?
say
I just
not both of you
opened.
can have advantage because only one person can be at that station at a time.
okay, well, we can do it.
But you can
You know
can
what's fucked
also
up?
help.
I was
Guidance.
looking for my character sheet, and I opened up the giant elk stat block.
No, buddy.
I just did it to myself. Right there. 16.
16, there doesn't seem to be anything immediately like in your path, especially any like large rocks or anything like that. Occasionally, the only other things you would notice in the area actually seems to be like rubble from like shipwrecks, things like that. Scattered pieces of wood, sails being caught amongst the current pulled along, random pieces of frayed ropes. But even then, those don't seem to be in the one that you guys are in. Those are just in some of the other ones far to your left and right. You
Right,
know,
'cause there's debris in this.
yeah, debris was the word I was looking
situation.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey.
Coolio, he's
Hello.
here. All right, now's the time where I now have to fix all those things real quick. Welcome on in, Joe.
My lift's car broke down on the way back. That's why I'm late.
Aww,
Oh, you're all good, man.
I'm sorry.
That's
Yeah.
Also strange. Damn, that's unfortunate. Poor guy.
Yeah, it sucks. Is it height? I think I heard a sneeze.
Alrighty. Let's take a moment to fix the little camera things. It'll be good. I'm a professional. Don't know what at, but I'm a professional at something.
What did I miss?
Not too much. Essentially, we got, or still just kind of traveling. He explained to us a cool map sonar thing he has to kind of see a low poly version of the area. That's basically it.
I see. See, I figured it would be perfect time to do story stuff without Sparks, considering that I'm, terrified of everything around me.
Oh, you missed the water starting to fill up from the bottom. I was just imagining Sparks being like, I'm not hearing this, I'm not hearing this.
There we go. Alrighty. But Sean, to answer your question, assuming your headset's still on, yeah, no, there wasn't any really like direct earth or like rubble that seems to be lying within the same current as you guys. Nothing resembling that to any real degree. But as Jay is sort of showing you guys that image, he kind of just directly says, I don't think there's going to be really a way to avoid it unless we leave this current.
Do you guys think it'd be good to stay in this current?
Hero all of a sudden.
A good what?
Make sure my headset's not dead.
What was that? Chicken?
It's falling apart in my hands, y'all.
Do you think it's good to stay in this current, or like we can navigate out of it, or can we navigate out of it? It might be smarter.
One second. As I said, my headset did shut off. So you were asking if it'd be possible to navigate out the current?
Correct.
It goes, it certainly would be, but the challenge is what other ones we're going to. Because there isn't much space there isn't really any still water in these areas. If we were to be leaving this one, that means we're getting pulled into another one.
Yep. Good point. I'm not entirely sure how this works.
Yeah.
I'm assuming our goal is to head towards it, though. So, stay the course.
And if it's since you have that other mechanism, I would suggest we not illuminate ourselves until we enter the. I assume we'll be able to enter the domed structure in some manner. I guess we'll have to see if it has an entrance that is not very solid and very deadly.
Yeah. I mean, this is the current pathway, I guess, that that entranceway dumped us into, so I imagine that we are sort of meant to stay this course. Well, maybe not us specifically, but whoever was coming in, I guess. So.
And I will say, as you guys are talking, sort of amongst the mass of pitch black, not necessarily like you guys aren't going towards this direction, but you do notice that a bit off to the right in the distance, you guys begin to see this like faint, like glowing light. This one orange.
Huh. Is it similar size?
No, not at all.
Is it
The light
moving?
itself seems to be much fainter. And it does seem to be moving, yes.
Is it moving like this?
Oh, I can't see what like this means.
Oh, does it look like it's swimming?
No, it's kind of just like going like one very steady motion. as if it's something else being pulled along by a current further away.
Hmm.
But with you all pushing forward, you guys are going to be getting closer and closer to this sort of pocket of air amidst the seas. Jay,
May I
it's
ask?
go for
The
it.
pocket of air, is it like spherical or
Yep,
any particular shape?
perfect sphere.
Thank you.
But Jay is actually going to begin to bring the ship sort of down a little bit into the current. As I said, while you guys are within this, it is still is like a pretty like wide area. The current itself is several hundred feet across. And as he does so, you can actually begin to see off the edges of this bubble this very faint bluish light. Well, not revealing anything to you inside of it, but it itself is almost this like massive, like very like almost like pearlescent like structure or pearlescent like colors that sort of like fades in and out to these different shades of like things like blues and purples and things like that. And with you guys getting closer, you see that light, you realize you can't actually see anything through this. You can't tell what's on the threshold or what's on the other side of whatever this threshold is, at least visually. And with that in mind, Jay is going to sort of once again pulling the ship not to a standstill, but sort of looking towards you guys. We're taking it slow, we're going to punch it. I'll leave this for you all to decide, because it seems like if something bad happens, you're going to be the first ones able to deal with it. Or most capable
So
of dealing with it.
we can't see anything through the bubble, but we can see the rock shelf in the topo map.
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Topodar?
Can I see anything
Anyone?
through the bubble with my extra sight?
You know what? You can. You certainly can. So, I can tell you what
This
that
is
orange
super
light
handy.
was as well. Give me one moment.
Ooh.
Intriguing.
Um,
Do not. The eyes of the party are back. Welcome, welcome. I'm here.
Thank God.
Oh, I made a small mistake. I do those sometimes.
Jail for 1,000 years.
Wow, that's a long time.
Don't make mistakes.
So, Sparks, the first thing you notice as your eyes sort of scan the area, they are immediately brought in by this sort of bluish, or this sort of like pleasant blue light that you eyes immediately begin to pierce through, almost as if you're watching a piece of shattering glass, it acknowledging your sight and revealing its ways to you. The first thing I'd like to show you isn't the island itself, though. It's actually one of these several things floating around it. 1 second. I feel like this is an important phone call. I'm sorry.
So, how's everyone else?
Doing pretty good.
Mostly good. Pretty tired.
Same.
Got a subscriber.
Oh yeah, I
A
forgot about that.
subscriber?
Zaries.
Oh,
Thanks, Darius. Thank you so much. We're happy to be growing as the channel. We're big YouTubers here. Love YouTube. Love
is
subscribers.
he still watching?
I think he's listening.
Oh, I see.
And my terrible like 720p webcam. That's for YouTube.
That's for you too.
That's the intent.
Did you give him the link to it, or did he just find it on his own?
No, I gave him the link to it because I mentioned that we streamed, and he was like, "Oh, stream? Oh,
Or our other regular viewers, like Ethan's dad here as well.
I believe
haven't-
so.
Andy and Near are
Let's not
offline, so I
forget
don't
about
know if
Mandy
you're
and
watching.
Nia. That
I
gives us 4 now.
right?
Oh, no, I just wasn't forgetting about Ethan's dad. You know, Mr. Ethan.
Mr.
Got him.
It's Ethan and Mr. Ethan. Gosh.
Oh Lord, I get called out a lot at work.
So it turns out that
Oh.
was actually not important.
Oh. Yeah, well,
Cooper
you know.
says hi.
Was it a McDonald's order, perhaps?
No. Oh wait, this image is so bad and low quality. It loaded in so poorly. What the fuck?
Oh my god, cat.
That's
Alright.
another violation on the infallibility index.
What the fuck, y'all? Well,
Sorry.
I'm gonna show a shitty version for you, and then I'll send a more clear version in a moment. But that's the shitty version of it, because that's like, you know, which kind of look at it through. But you see several of these things making their way that sort of just like float around this massive piece of air. And you will notice they are only a little bit smaller than the manta itself is. So fairly large creatures. But as you look into this sort of massive pocket of space, actually, I want to DM this to you, and you can relay this how you see fit.
So the picture you showed us was like the orange light source?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's much better. Let's see.
Wait, is that the post the thing that you just posted in
That was the orange light.
general? I was waiting for you to post something specifically to me to describe.
Oh yeah, I'm typing.
Oh, I see. Right. I was making sure that it wasn't the thing that you just posted in the Discord chat.
And those like last few definitely look like they were added onto there at a later point.
Can I insight check the sign?
Sure, I'll humor this thought. Insight check the sign.
How's an 8?
An 8? You find yourself very caught up on the big question: where did the paint come from? It's so damn distracting thinking about it, because how would they possibly? Where? It's the ocean. But it is a sign. You can read it.
What does it say?
Well,
Nope.
it seems to be a good place, from what I can see.
You can see anything?
Well, yeah, I can read the sign.
There's a sign?
Can't you see the sign?
No.
It's right there.
I can't see anything in the
what?
dark. Human.
I'm just a cat.
L.
Mm.
L human.
I have dark vision.
Good
And
for
I
you.
probably can't see this sign. So it's not L human, it's L all but
It says that
Sparks.
there's free food and there's no bad people, and good people are allowed, and also magic. Yes,
Does it-
magic allowed.
Does it say it like? Can you read the words that you see on the sign exactly?
You wanted me to read them in fine. Fine.
Yes.
Fine.
Yes. Thank you.
Welcome to nowhere.
Mm.
Free food. No bad people. Yes, good people. Magic allowed.
Sounds like a trap.
I
very
know.
nice.
I don't think that it's a trap.
Look, I
Sounds
wasn't
very lovely.
like super distrusting of people before I came to Revedia, but that's gotta be a trap, right? Like surely that's
Why
a
would it be a
universal
trap?
trap language.
Yeah. What was it again? Welcome to nowhere. Free food. No bad people. What was the rest of it?
Like when I first came to Revedia, I didn't. There wasn't a sign that said no
Yes,
bad
good people.
Why would they feel the need to?
Magic allowed.
That makes me feel like magic isn't allowed.
It also
Why
makes me
wouldn't
feel
magic
like
be allowed.
it's exclusively made of bad people in there.
Well, we can't tell unless we check, right?
That's what I think.
I mean,
And I think that you should all check while I stay here.
Is nowhere a proper noun, Marks?
I
learning
can
this
only
thing
tell you
about-
what it says. It says, "Welcome
About
to nowhere."
common.
is it capitalized?
One word.
And-
All of it's capitalized. All.
Oh.
Every single letter.
It sounds like it's a place called Nowhere, which is kind of ironic and funny. Like, that's the only amusing part of that sign, in my opinion.
So welcome to nowhere. Sorry, what was the all the verbiage? Good
Free-
people, bad people.
Free food, no bad people, yes, good people, magic allowed. That sounds like a checklist of things that do not exist in that place.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jay? Or Dazan? Dazan's here, right?
Yeah,
Here.
Dazan is here as well. He's going to look at you guys because I don't have anything with a basis in knowledge when it comes to ancient cities that would have any relevance to that. This seems to be
Well-
a very, very strange place to say the least, but if there's a big sign saying, welcome to nowhere, no bad people, yes, good people, wouldn't that mean there's no bad people and there are good people?
You know you can paint lies on signs, right?
Yeah, but why would they do that? We can't even see the sign from the outside.
To lure people in.
But we can't see it. Only he can. If they're trying to lure us in, they're doing a very bad job at it.
This is Jay, right?
This is Dazan talking.
Oh, his accent changed. I was wondering.
Oops.
I was like, wait a minute, who is this?
I like the conversations that have more Elijahs in them. The most Elijahs, the better.
I mean, maybe hey, if they don't get a lot of outsiders, then have you considered that they might just lack social skills like Taran?
Hey,
That's
That
possible,
rude.
but I'm feeling
That
that's
was
more
was.
of like. I'm feeling that's more of like a 1/4 to 3/4. It's a trap. You know what I mean?
it's
I'd go.
99%.
I want to go, but I also don't want to leave this place. So could somebody go and I just see?
Oh, I mean, we're
Sparks, as Jay
going, but-
looks at you, the whole ship is going in there. We can't really not go in there. We're slowly being
Wait,
pulled towards
no.
it now, actually.
No,
Yeah,
We've been
no,
pulled towards it this whole time.
no. Come. How about we leave? Turn the
We
ship
can't
around. Why don't we go to
turn,
the
can we?
surface?
We can't really.
Why?
The current is stronger than the ship is. I don't know if you've noticed this, Sparks. We can literally see it. That's how strong it is.
No, I can't see the end. No. No.
You can see the most of all of us. What are you
No!
talking about?
I was just really asking if we're going to try and punch it to rush through this thing, or if we can be normal about it.
No, I
I
vote
think
about, I
it
vote
should
for
be normal.
punching.
Marx
I vote
is
for
like,
punching.
no, the water is
I
transparent.
think we should just
It
go
looks
at a
exactly the same as
normal.
the ethereal plane. This is just the water because it's all completely translucent.
I vote we punch through this thing and just go
No.
right through.
No. But what
Right
if we go too
through.
fast and hit something? We want to go slow so we can
And
control.
we take evasive
this
action.
thing. Yeah.
Jay, where is the ship's dodge button?
What?
Where's the? How do you like in a fight and you're in a scrap? Like that's your surname, right? Tussle. It's when you're in a
Close enough.
tussle, you dodge.
And he's gonna like
Where's
look.
the ship's dodge button?
So, okay, so there's no dodge button, but what I can do is go like this a little bit, and it moves like this, like contraption, like this, some steering column, God forbidden, mechanical device, and the ship moves. That's the button.
Exactly. Thank you. That's all I was looking for.
What have y'all been teaching him?
A little bit more complicated than a button, but
It's not our fault.
more of a dodge wheel, really.
And he just says, "Oh, to hell with it," and he's going to stop trying to throw the ship in reverse, fighting back against this current, and it is going to begin to climb its way forward, being caught up with the speed of this pace of this place, going at a pace well enough where you can still be aware of your surroundings. And Sparks, if you would like to
I see nothing
communicate,
wrong with this plan.
you would know that from like where the edge of the water is, you guys would have been able to see this in a little like topographical thing. There's probably about maybe like 150 feet or so until the part where that water would the air would directly hit the land. And as you guys,
Yeah. I'm gonna be helpful, so by all means, yeah.
yeah. So he sort of maneuvers to the spot where would be pretty much the furthest point away, widest window of gap. And as you guys end up piercing through this bubble, you guys all see this sign as well. And it is sort of hung up, almost like floating in the air. It's not really like supported by anything, except on the sides of it, you see these two devices. They almost look like they're like buoys, but they're just like in there, in the air. And big, very clearly hand-painted sign, exactly as Sparks said. Welcome
Jesus
to
Christ.
nowhere. And then written next to it, like it was all these things like were tagged on later on. Free food. No bad people. Yes, good people. Magic allowed. And none of them are
Uncommon?
typos. It is not common, but you can read it.
Okay.
I would say it seems to be there's some sort of magic over on the words itself that are helping you be able to read this thing.
This is a trap, guys. This is a trap.
No, it's not.
As you
Can we
guys,
listen
no.
to
It's
the
a
rogue
trap.
who knows about traps when something's a trap?
I
And-
can see traps too, and this doesn't feel like a trap.
and at the moment you guys are briefly arguing, the ship for a moment, it feels like it is in free falls. It sort of drops a few feet for a second before picking itself back up. And just like it itself is water, the mantis seems to be swimming right through the air in here. Now, moving forward, you guys are going to begin to see the sort of rocky out-facing area behind you. And once you step through the veil, this whole place is clearly lit. You can see these sort of small buildings all about. And to give a little visual of something, imagine it looks a little like something like this. Sort of like interconnected areas of carved into the earth. And you also see something floating throughout
black.
the water. Or floating throughout the air like it is water, a bit a ways ahead of the ship. You see this figure sort of hanging in that space. Actually, let me fix this because their name is wrong.
Can you do me a small favor?
Yeah.
We're looking at a black square.
Yeah. This
Oh,
is really
yeah.
like I have actual sight as a human down here.
Oh yeah. All right, there we go. That's fixed now. And now I'll fix you guys' thing.
Oh.
But you see this creature. No massive weapon in arms, but it looks like this vaguely humanoid shape, but it is massive. From tip to tail, it's probably about 25 feet or so long, the size of a literal giant. And its arms are sort of there at its side. It is directly from where like the manta is. And you guys are gonna watch as Jay begins to like steer going around where this thing is. And it's like, once it sees you guys coming directly at it, you see its hands leave from its hips and it starts putting its hands up in the air and like waving. No face, by the way. Doesn't really have one of those. Or clearly visible.
I'm gonna wave back.
It can't see you. It has no way to see you. You're inside the ship. This does not have windows. But in spirit, you know, you wave back towards something, whatever that is. And around you guys, as Jay begins to swerve past it, these sort of buildings, you realize they're actually quite large, spiraling throughout this area. And he navigates, moving to the right side through what would be almost like a gap between. They were like almost if they were like streets of empty air in this place. He's just gonna go look back and go, what the fuck was that?
That's the trap.
No, that's probably the person giving free food.
I think we are the free food.
What? We're people, not food. Silly Terran.
And then as you guys are sailing on by, sort of sitting on the ledges of one of these places, as it not really acknowledging you all, but just sort of there, you see someone. Where's he at? I can't read. Oh yeah, you see somebody over there. Looking kind of like that. This large head itself. It looks like an anglerfish stuffed into a suit of armor.
She does.
And not very well. But he kind of like sees you. He watches the head like passes by, like gives a nod. It's like the light, like sort of like blinks on and blinks off the top of its head. And as you guys are flying your way forward, you can see a few hundred feet away is the other edge of where this huge bubble would be. But you will notice that there is this large sound of creaking metal as you guys are making your way forward. And the ship is starting to slow down just a little bit.
How
We got grabbed.
far away is the big whale thing?
You guys probably would have stayed probably like maybe like 150 feet or so past him, because he didn't chase you.
Okay. As we go past him, I'm just gonna point to him and message and go, "Hey, how are you?"
And you're gonna get a response back. Goes, oh, not too bad. Slow days.
I'll point a message to him again and go, "Where are we?"
Nowhere.
Should have seen that one coming.
Yeah, shut the fuck.
Clearly.
Fuck, what do you want me to say?
Fox just tilts his head and goes, yeah. Oh, whale seems nice.
But as you guys begin to feel the ship begin to creak, it's slowing in the air as you guys are sort of getting closer and closer to the edge of this place. Let's see. You know what? How many people will roll? Oh my god, what happened? Huh? We'll roll a d6 for this. Okay,
no,
that
4.
would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, of all people. Taryn, you get something
Yes.
that pops into your head. You recognize
Okay.
this in a very similar, it feels like a sending spell.
Yeah.
You just hear a voice goes, "Hi, hey there, friends. You guys gonna stop by to say hi? We recently made lunch. Got a long ways ahead of you. Feel free to stop if you'd like."
No. 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 No.
And Taryn is the only one that hears that.
You okay, Sharon?
No. No. Not at all.
What did the message to you say?
Oh, you
to
would
me.
know.
Yeah. We wouldn't
You wouldn't
know.
know.
What are those individuals that we have spied out there? I think just spoke into my head, saying that they just made lunch. We should stop by, and I don't think that we should stop at all. We should keep on going, I think.
So, Taryn, quick thing.
Yes.
With how the sending spell just like
You just send that
functions on a
back.
basic level. No. That's not what I was going to say.
That would be really funny. hmm
You are, if I do remember correctly, so how sending works is if it is somebody you know, you recognize who it is. You're able to tell.
hmm
And while you don't know the two things, you realize it wasn't either of those two, either the whale or the anglerfish, that had sent anything to you, any form of message.
Okay. A secret third individual that we have not yet seen has spoken directly. I think used. It felt like a sending stone spell. I don't like it. They invited us to lunch, but it feels like it's not gonna be lunch.
I'm gonna point to the whale again and go, "Hey, who's giving out the free lunch? Could you point to him?" Them.
And it like looks around for a second, confused, and it's gonna like sort of point to pretty much like one of like the larger buildings in this area, the sort of wide open mouth that leads into a huge sort of back, almost larger to probably fit the ship into, honestly. But as you see it point there, at the same time, Taryn, you're gonna get in your head once again. Just listen. I don't want to hold you guys here. I don't mean to scare you folks or anything, but just wanted to make sure you knew what was on the table before you left. And by the way, you guys cuts off.
25 words. Do I feel like I'm able to send a message back, or do I have to have
That's a
that
sending
spell?
spell. You can just send a message back. Yeah.
I want to send back what is on the table.
And as you send that back, that sort of pressure that was holding the ship in place is relieved as it's left freely to continue moving forward again. What is on the table? The voice goes, "Sorry, my last message cut off. I was gonna tell you what was going on, but I got all caught up and I forgot that I couldn't continue talking the entire. Fuck. Oh no. 20.
I'm gonna point
3 veal." And then the message cuts off.
I'm gonna just point at the building and try and say, "Hey, can you talk to me this way?" and see if anything comes back.
Feel how would they have cows?
It's not
down
just because
here?
I'm a deer, but yeah, where this is the ocean, not
How
known for
would-
its veal.
No.
Maybe seal, definitely not veal.
No. What if they call baby seals veal down here?
I feel like we're really at that point digging in a little too deep.
We're deep below the ocean, so
And I will say, there seems to be more than a foot of stone between you and where you're pointing.
Oh, here's an easy question. Is there water inside the bubble?
No.
How does the whale work?
As I said, it looks like you guys are almost like the air is almost treating like it looks like it's swimming through the air. Same with the ship that you guys are currently in. That's just going through the air.
Oh. Interesting. Is it okay? Is it a normal sized whale or is this like a bigger whale than normal?
I said head to toe, it's about like 25 feet in length. So if it was an actual whale, it'd be very small.
Oh.
Or on the smaller side. Yeah, that'd be small. But it is also humorous. It's got like arms, legs, things like that. But it looks like the size of like a giant.
Gotcha.
Alrighty. But you get that response, Taryn. Sparks, you recognize the message not being cooperative through all these buildings. And unless you guys stop him, Jay's going to continue moving the ship forward. Because that seemed to be the initial idea.
Sparks wants to go talk to them, but Sparks doesn't want to leave the ship because water.
Are you even though okay, Sparks, even though you're apprehensive about this whole situation, you still want to go talk to them?
I mean, that's the whole point we're here, isn't it? Come down here, find people, talk to them, and not just sail on by.
No, that's right. Maybe it won't be so bad out there because there's no water outside. Well,
Yeah, I was gonna say this area is just air, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Jay to stop the ship.
Okay. He's gonna look at you scared. He's surprised that you're asking. Because
It's air. It's not water. It's air.
okay, but you meant that no, it means we can't stay here forever though, just because it's air.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just enjoy it while I can. Okay. So
Fair
I'm gonna
enough.
go out and have a quick talk with the guy and just see how he is. Anyone is welcome to come if they like.
I'm gonna go with.
Obviously, I'm coming. This sounds so exciting.
Do you want me to? you
I'm
want me
ready to
just-
meet people I've never met before.
Do you want me to move the ship over there? I can just turn us around. The current isn't
I mean-
affecting us in here.
It's up to you. I mean,
Yeah, it'll save you some walking. That way,
could you wait for us?
Well, yeah. Where? You think I'm going back out there by myself?
Well, you said turn around. So.
No, I mean like go back to the building where Sparks was pointing at.
Just for the record, even though we're not in water, I'm still gonna summon the air bubble and zip up my hoodie, my manta hoodie real tight.
Yeah.
So I have a question. When we step outside of the ship, does it feel wet or does it just feel like
It
air?
doesn't feel wet, but it doesn't feel like normal air in the sense that like it feels heavy. Like you feel like the pressure as if you were like underwater swimming, but you don't feel like I said, you don't feel like wet or like cold. You don't see like your fur like acts any different, like doesn't get like matted or anything like that from all the water or the air, I should say.
Do I need to perform a swimming motion to move here, or am I
You can just walk forward.
walking?
As
I
you
will
take
walk.
a step, you just walk forward.
Is Brynhild doing okay? Breathing?
Yeah.
Give her a little scritch.
But as you guys
I'll just cast that while I'm here.
begin walking towards that area. Oh man, almost.
Step out of the ship.
This
Use
ain't
all the
taking
available
fireballs.
oxygen here.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Hey, we're gonna keep this as far away from real chemistry as we can. But as you guys begin making your way towards this larger building that was pointed out towards you, in the corner of your vision, you start to notice that those like orange lights that have been sort of like making their way around the area, one of them is like moving very, very quickly all of a sudden. You see this glowing orb begin as it's like almost rushing closer to the space where you guys are at.
Mm-mm.
And then something breaches through the water. You see that there is a creature atop or whatever the thing, those vine-like creatures you saw outside of this place. Its arm stuck maybe about halfway over, you can see to where its elbow is, into the top of this thing's head. And what you see pseudo riding this thing, at least in the sense that this thing is pretty much dead, is this creature right here.
Right here?
Where?
Oh, did it show you guys on the foundry?
No.
No.
Nope.
Is it still not showing you?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh shit, let me check something.
It just
Oh,
says
no.
pause. Oh,
Oh, it's
Huh?
a broken image.
yeah. It's
Uh-oh.
like a image not loading icon, unfortunately.
Oh, I don't see anything.
Okay, I've been
It
having.
popped up, it's just not doing it.
Okay, well here's what I can do.
We reload?
No, it's a me thing. For some reason, it keeps randomly like closing the port in which Foundry's on, and it causes issues like that.
Oh.
And I haven't been able to figure out what the source of that exactly is. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click this button. And see if this will do the trick. If Foundry reopens for me, yeah, you better.
Oh dear.
What the hell are you doing over here?
The cameras are out.
The cameras are, yeah, that's because I was tabbed out.
Oh, okay.
They're
Whoa.
out very frequently. We can tell
this-
when you tell that.
Is this a summoning square?
Yes.
Yes.
What are you summoning?
Baphomet is
Are you
now here.
I'm
Uh,
like
sorry.
Animal
no.
Crossing 5 or something.
This is the creature that you had just seen slaying that
Oh.
Oh, it's
fish
very
creature.
fancy.
It's buff.
And
It's a
Snack.
shrimp.
as it is coming down, it's sort of like not angling towards you guys, but just towards like these like building areas in general. It's going to sort of be holding it, start floating it, leaving it at the top of one of these buildings. As it removes its claw, you see it sort of like almost like shake it in the air, like get some of the blood off of it, and it kind of just has a seat, relaxing back, looking up towards the space above. But you all seen that? Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm gonna message it and go, "Hi, why did you do that?"
How
Hungry.
big is... Oh, how big is this thing?
It's smaller than the whale.
Okay.
But except most of its those massive claws make like most of its body length. It's probably about like maybe like about 15 feet in height. It's a huge creature.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
I feel very small.
but yeah, Sparks, it just
Welcome to my world.
you just hear a response. Hungry. Snack. And as you guys step forward to the threshold of this area, there's not like a direct door to this place, but you immediately smell what smells like a home-cooked meal. Very aromatic.
Ooh.
You smell spices, you smell herbs that fill the air. And in this room, it seems to be pretty much one massive kitchen area, separated into parts that would have been like a butchering station of sorts, where you see almost hung up and sort of dry on some of the walls those like bulbs, those like angler-like bulbs from those creatures, put up with fillets of various meats, some of which you recognize doesn't all seem to be fish as well. You see what looks like the corpse of like cows, pigs over here as well, all separated into one spot. You see another one which seems to be like storage and preparation of various foods, and on the other side is where the actual magic happens. And standing amidst all of that is a figure. Boom, boom, boom. I know I uploaded that picture in the Foundry.
I don't know what I expected was going to be down here, but it wasn't this.
No.
Did you guys get to show you guys that image?
Yes,
Yes, I see that image.
I can see it.
Standing also very largely, sorry to say, at least 10 feet in height. And actually, no, probably more than that. They're significantly taller than what Kalis is. Amidst this huge spread of table, she's like, if you all would like to have a seat, you're more than welcome. I'm about to call people in for dinner soon.
Hi, what's your name?
Aster, pleasure. And
What was
I'm
that?
Sparks.
Aster,
I'm gonna-
Aster. Sparks, Juggling,
Oh.
pleasure. Do you all...
Excuse me, are you a sea giant?
I mean, I'm normal sized. And I live in the sea. So I'd say I'm a sea normal, if
Okay.
anything.
No, yeah, no, I see.
Are you a sea small?
No, we're a
No,
land
I'm
normal.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm about average.
Well,
There.
Land normal.
If I'm looking at all of
Whatever.
you, not all of you can be a land normal because there are quite varying sizes between you folks.
No, we're
She's a
He's a
land
land
big.
big, I'm a land small, they're land normals.
That makes much more sense. Well, please feel free to have seats at the table. Everything's already being set out. Let's see.
I feel like I started us off on the wrong note. I'm Kalis.
Everybody,
for
can
not
you get
eating
some
it.
normal chairs for me, please? Normal and small chairs. And you see popping out from one of the hallways. This is who comes out when she says everybody is just this thing. This humanoid eel-like creature, unarmed. But he's got like a stack of chairs that it's bringing out. And I will say this is the smallest one you've seen so far. It's roughly Kalis' height, if it makes you feel better.
No.
No.
But it does have this very like, long,
Yeah.
being eel-like in nature, it's like this long tail that like trails out behind it several feet.
Hate that.
I'm going to ask her. I don't mean to be rude, but what are you? I've never seen
Oh.
someone like you
Sparks.
before. You look cool.
Oh, thank you. Well, as I said before, my name is Aster, but I don't think that was your question. I am a bit of, what would you call it? An outcast, per se? Not exactly exiled, because I chose it, if anything, so certainly not that.
We're self-exile, but
But I belong to the people of the Nexus.
Nexus.
Yes. I need to find my notebook at this point now, because the words that I say next are supposed to be important. I tried putting it on.
Isn't that the city?
The city itself,
Why
no, the
don't
city is
we-
not called the Nexus.
No. Wait.
Why don't we sit down and maybe we can talk over lunch?
I
Yes,
mean,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
that's gonna happen, but I'm just asking questions, Kalis. Come on. I'm curious.
I was
I can
talking
ask a
to,
question while
I
we're
was
waiting.
talking to her.
So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put the stream on pause for a second, because not only do I have to find this notebook, I really have to piss. But with that, we'll be back in like 3 minutes.
30 minutes.
No. Be right back. They didn't get the dab, Ethan. I'm sorry.
No,
Oof. I'm not doing it again.
the moment is gone.
But anyways, as you're saying, yes, I'm a bit of an outcast, you could say. Don't really belong with too many folks, in the real sense. But my people were that of the Nexus, the Kasvan. As most people are now, or were, from what I understand.
The what? And by that I mean, can you write that in a chat somewhere?
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
The Cosfarm.
And
So what did you say the Nexus was again? I'm sorry.
the Nexus? The center.
Oh,
Interesting.
You know, the great city of, you all wouldn't know. You're from outside. I forgot. You came in from that way. Just sort of like points like towards one of the ends of the bubble.
But even if we wouldn't know, you could still tell us.
Yeah, that's.
That would be okay.
Well, that's why I like to hang out here. The way you guys not let people go in super blind and they end up getting hurt or killed or worse.
Oh, well, fire protective.
If the Nexus.
Don't worry, we've got magical safeguards and escape buttons.
Kalis, make me an insight check.
Doot, 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 doot. 7.
So many bad insights. Oh my god.
As you say that, she kind of like looks over and goes, "Of course, yeah." You can't tell if she is being like patronizing in a rude way or patronizing in a way that like you would like a child, you know, like, oh, that's cute. Because yes, I'm sure you all have made great preparations for all this. Better than most, I could say. Most never get the chance to prepare.
How many people attempt to come down here?
Not many. Time is something I don't have no need to keep track of. But I have written down many of their names. And as she sort of points to the wall behind you guys, the wall there for the other side which you guys came in through, you see written on that wall hundreds of different names. Some of this text looks like it has been here for longer than you can imagine any human city. Some looks much more recently scratched into the wall.
Do I recognize
Do I
any
recognize any?
name?
Yeah. Different names.
Is there any particular names you're looking for? I'll ask you that.
Ansel and Varys
Oh yeah, Assam
for
Bars.
one.
Any
Yeah.
historical names, honestly, for me?
Go ahead and make me a history check, and I will tell you, you
wait.
do see Varus's and Asel's names written into these.
Okay, but we know they came back, so they're good.
No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my Tides of Chaos to give myself advantage, just because, you know, it'd be nice to actually roll good. I don't think I will, though. No.
Fair shot.
That
fair
was
shot.
so-
10.
I'd like to see if I know
That's
of
right.
any
They came
historical
back with
figures.
the fish shell, the fish scale.
Yeah.
Now,
Yep.
I will tell you, Sparks, you don't recognize any like names of historical significance. This also doesn't seem to be one of those places like veiled like weird magic as everywhere else has been. This is just normal words. However, you do recognize one name that I don't even know if Sparks would recognize this, to be honest. I believe it was Thiv Cragax. You see that, you read it, and it's like on like the tip of your tongue that you've heard that before, but it's hard to remember from where.
Whoa.
Is that Planet Den?
No, not Granite.
The place up north that we with the Durga.
With the
Duergar, yeah.
and the butler.
We talked
holders.
to Horuth Cragax, who was the contact of
Wasn't his wife's name Thiv?
some guy we were talking to.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure his wife's name was Thiv, and she
Karen,
had
you
funny
are-
names for us.
Karen, you are correct.
Crazy.
But that's
Fantastic
the only
note
other
taking.
thing you would recognize.
So
That was so long ago.
With
Thiv.
Cragax?
Thiv. I'm trying to find it.
So she's been down here?
Apparently.
It looks like
Yeah.
it was written in a long, long time ago as well. Like even long by dwarf standards.
Okay. What? Not. Okay. Well, there's one thing that unites all of these people on this list.
Hmm.
They're either dead or very, very, very not very chatty.
Hey, can I write my name on this wall?
Oh yeah, I usually get everyone's names before you leave, but if you want to now, by all means.
Yeah, mine's a long name, so it's probably best that I write it down.
Oh,
You know, a lot of those people are dead. More of them than
Ooh,
I'd
ooh.
like.
Yeah, because look how old they are. Of course, most of these people are dead.
and I will say, so Varus and Acel are some of the most recent names that have been added to the list, but they are not the most recent names
Hmm.
on there. There would be 3 others that have made their way through this place since the time of Varus and Acel. Those names go by.
Yes,
Bum,
please.
bum, bum.
Um.
One
How
of
much-
the names is just the word trigger.
Okay.
Triggered.
Are these in order, like after?
Yeah.
Okay.
The other one is Macan, and I'm gonna type these out for you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, Macan Com, and the other one would be. And Grimold Flamespitter. Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, I know this.
I forgot to write the first name in there. Shit.
Trigger.
Oh, Trigger.
I feel like we should be able to spell that. I hope.
Yeah.
Grimold.
Maybe there's
Yeah.
an extra G in there.
Well,
just
yeah,
to
you
fuck
don't
with
want to
people.
drop the
Trigger.
Y.
Yeah.
Can't forget.
Can I write all my skills names on here too?
So it's like Rigor with a glottal click.
Are you asking or you
Trigger.
just write the skeletons' names?
I'll write the skeleton's name.
Okay.
And Lewis, of course.
And as you do so, you guys sort of begin leaving your mark on the walls. Aster is going to start saying, it's like, just so you guys want to know, watch out near the entrance. Everyone's going to be coming in. Don't want you to get trampled or anything. They get excited when the food comes. And she is going to begin yelling out a series of names.
Can I have like a conversation just in the intervening time?
Yeah.
While everyone's signing their names. Esther. This doesn't seem out of the ordinary from your perspective. Can I ask why you record the names of people who came here from above if you live here all the time?
Well, people deserve to be remembered. When people come here, it's a one-way trip. Someone who comes to nowhere doesn't go come back to nowhere. At least no one has before. So I'd like to remember the faces that I've seen.
Well, I can attest that at least two of them, these two, the fourth and the fifth oldest, they made it back to Revedia. That's the biggest city at the surface.
Oh, I understand. That's possible. They may have left somehow. And the ways I could only guess, but they can never come back to nowhere.
Even if they came the same route, Jesus Christ. Even though if they came the same route?
They could try to take it, but they wouldn't. The currents have their own
Fine.
lives. They have their own ways about things. They don't like repetition, you could say. Things flow in one direction around here, and once you have been a place in the world, you will never be in that place again. There's only one exception, and that lies in the center. The great city is the only place for which things can be returned, because that is where all things return to.
Huh.
That sounds very poetic.
My family are watching a trombone concert in the other room, so all I hear outside of my earphones is like.
Trombones don't sound like that. Come on.
Well, no, but like through
All
the
bad ones do.
Oh.
the earmuffs, it just sounds very, very
Donkeyish? Mule-like?
like a very angry goose.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that tracks.
Very upset goose.
Upset goose.
So what's for dinner?
Babushka.
Anyways,
It's my babushka.
but people are being called
Grandmother's
in.
favorite goose.
And very quickly, we're going to introduce you all to the denizens of nowhere. We're going to start off with the one that you guys had seen hanging out, just killing that sea creature. The crab guy, this is anybody. Now, the fish man, the eel-like creature, that's everybody.
Oh,
Okay.
who's on first?
You see walking through, once again, of these very large statures, this sort of hammerhead shark-like creature, eyes on the side of its head, but actually wearing what seems to be like actual clothing, is no one.
Sorry, what fish was he?
Like the hammerhead shark guy was no one. Then we'll have the anglerfish dude. He's gonna make his way in. That is somebody. Next thing, there was a huge sort of humpback whale-like creature. That is something. Making their way in as well. And
Who downgraded to the thing status? L.
oh, wait a minute. Wait a
Alright,
second.
so
I got the wrong
Lost
image for one of these.
personhood.
the eel,
I need to replace
is-
this real quick.
everybody. So the lobster's nobody, the Leo, nobody. My name is nobody. And the eel is everybody?
The eel is everybody, yes.
Okay, and then the anglerfish is somebody?
Yeah.
Is somebody. And
then
then,
go ahead.
sorry.
Everybody living.
The hammerhead, I'm catching up. The hammerhead is
The hammerhead is no one.
no one. And the whale?
The whale is something.
Something. Good.
And I got one more for you.
One.
Yeah.
All this
Okay.
sounds like song lyrics.
The last one is that one.
Oh.
And this one is
Is that
actually
like
rather small. It's about actually a little bit smaller than Sparks is.
Oh wow, that's really small. So this is C small rather than C normal.
C small, yes. Because, okay, folks, feel free to have seats. And people begin sitting around the table. You watch as there are definitely some chairs meant for larger creatures. As everyone's getting situated, I will say everyone will have a chair except for something. Or oh fuck, I thought this would be funnier in my head, but now that I'm doing it, this is hard.
Yeah. Thought you'd be
Wait, actually no, there isn't an
a
everyone.
little joker.
So everyone is sitting in a chair except for something. They're just sitting on the floor. That one is sort of half like kind of standing on the table over a plate.
The smallest one is that one?
Yes.
Okay.
I've done a terrible thing. Why'd I do this?
You've done something. That's for sure.
Where's Abbott and Costello when you need it?
But as they sit, or everyone's sort of sitting around, you guys, Jay has stayed on the ship in case there's a quick escape needed.
Smart man.
I'm gonna go get Jay at this point.
Dazan would have messaged and be like, are you dead?
No,
Who's
we're not
messaging?
dead.
Actually, he would have had to send him. He couldn't message.
Uh-oh.
No, Joe's gone.
Man
Oh,
down.
we lost him! No, we're not dead yet.
I'm gonna go back outside and like swim jump up to the ship. And I'm gonna just climb in and say, you know, Jay, it's surprisingly fine out there. So if you'd like lunch, we'd love for you to join us.
Surprisingly fine. I love it.
What?
You know, everyone and Esther and no one and something, they're all having lunch with us. So if you'd like, you could come have lunch with everybody.
Jay is looking at you, and you see his eyes like scanning. I'm just like, stay right there for a minute. And
They're kind of big though. They're all big, like
you
crab
watch
people.
as he pulls out like a wand of like detect magic, and sort of casts it, and is like, "You're not being charmed."
No, yeah, they said magic's allowed here.
Uh huh.
They haven't really done much magic themselves though.
Oh,
I told you
yeah.
they were being 100% truthful on the side. 100%.
Hey, you're
Anyway,
right.
you don't have to come. I was just gonna invite you.
yeah,
I'm gonna
sure. Let me get. Yeah. Should I get changed? Is this supposed to be a nice thing?
It's just lunch, you know.
Okay.
There's a wall. You can sign your name if you want.
And it's sort of he looks over to Dazan. Dazan just kind of shaking his head. It's like, I don't know what you want me to say. I'm hungry. As he's just gonna make his way off the ship, he's like, fuck it, whatever.
Oh hey, Dazan, I'm gonna walk astride him. Where did you come from again? Originally, that's your home city, so to speak.
I believe this is Elijah saying. I believe the name was Nadine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nadine.
Nadim with an M.
Nadine with an M sounds right. I don't
I
have.
think so. Oh, I'd
that's
have to
in my
find
one
it.
note.
Oh god.
Light mode.
Oh god.
Fuck. Not even Control F is failing me. How is Control F failing me? I cannot believe.
You would have the easier time than me. When did we meet Dazan?
You guys met Dazan up in the Frosted Edge. Back when you guys fought the kind of fucked up time wizard.
No, I remember that. Yeah, I don't know where it is in my notes because I didn't put dates on anything.
Oof.
Ooh.
Yeah, I made this hard mode.
But
It's Astras before that.
Nadim, is that it?
I think it's two E's.
Nadim sounds right. Or is it?
I thought it was. Wait, here I found the complete
Oh,
answer.
that's why I can't control F it. I wrote it with a T in it, but that's not right.
No, I know it's definitely not a T. But
No.
as you guys are sort of walking through the threshold of this place, Kayla's, you guys like sort of step through, get a full view of everything once more, and you just hear Jason go, "Holy fucking shit!" Like out loud.
Yeah.
He's not fixated on anything in this room. You see his eyes locked on Aster. And he looks over at you, Kalis. He's like, you don't have like a sleeve to grab. So he's like grabbing your arms, like, that's one of them. That's
Yeah, I mean it's not somebody, but it's someone.
no, she's like how people used to be.
What?
How do you mean?
Like in the cities, like long before. Like how the people were, how when they casted magic of great renown, when they were bigger than most of you all are now. She looks just like them.
She said that her people are the Kasvan?
I can't say what that means because I know. Well, the people themselves, in most cities, they I guess were all uniform. But within individual cities, sometimes they had changes made to themselves. They became different from others, small distinguishing traits. So, very likely the same type of people, but due to their ways of magic, they are not exactly the same. But I am looking at the core of what used to be one of the people of Nadim, or at least related to. And as Aster sort of sees him, oh, there's not everybody, can you get another chair? And you watch as for a moment everyone stands up and goes, no, just everybody. As she points and the eel guy gets up to go grab a chair. She goes, oh, welcome on
So
into
people
you,
were all like this. Hadazan? Everybody was like this. Everybody.
Yeah, pretty much. What do you mean? Yes. What?
That thing's name is everybody. That individual's name is
Yeah, I
everybody.
don't like that sort of pejorative.
Sorry.
I'm going to be honest, Taryn.
I don't understand what's happening here. And he goes, Aster just quickly goes, sorry.
Everybody
yeah,
has
no introductions.
personhood. Okay, everybody has.
This is everybody. That one's anybody. This is something. That's somebody. That's that one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is. Oh, there's no one. No one's over there. And she points at the hammerhead.
What about that one over there?
Just an empty corner. Oh wait, no one's over there.
And Dazan just can go, ah,
Oh my god.
now this is weird. We didn't do this.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But as you all
Kalis
guys
is more respectfully stifling a chuckle.
are sort of gathering around, and this does seem to be like actual like meat, not like seafood either. When they were saying veal earlier, they meant veal. Being served on platters around the table. Very much a tray is passed, you take what's yours and you keep it moving. The big guys on the other side, they do have
I'm
different
gonna pass
trays.
on the veal. Thank you anyway.
But
Okay,
Any
I'm not-
alligator.
Okay, Esther and everyone. I'm not offended or anything. I eat meat, even not veal, but other meats. I'm more perplexed. How do you have red meat in the ocean or in the heart?
oh, I made it.
From what?
Magic,
Other meat.
probably.
And she like you
Well, like
watch
that.
as this is a very strange act of magic. But you watch as a hand of Aster sort of waves over where that whole like butchery area is. And on one of these sort of huge, massive slabs of fish fillet from one of the big creatures you had seen outside, or possibly something bigger than that, you watch as it kind of like falls off the hook, and there is like a poof of like fur for a moment that like surrounds the fillet, and then sort of like comes back down, and it looks like a sheep.
Like a dead sheep?
No, it's alive.
So she
It's clearly
polymorphed
not
a big
polymorph, though.
fish fillet into
A living sheep.
Huh. That's a strange spell.
Can you teach me how to do that?
Dazan, do you know what that is?
No.
That spell? Okay.
No, not at all.
You're a great help.
Dazan looks afraid.
Detect magic. Is the sheep sus, Elijah?
The sheep is giving off a magical presence, yes.
What?
Of transmutation.
Okay, yeah, I guess.
I mean, clearly. Transmogrified
I don't know what else I
sheep?
expected there.
Does she answer my question?
Oh, I'm sorry. What did you ask?
I said, could you teach me that spell?
We could make time for it, I'm sure. Are you a student of magics? Well,
Yeah.
you clearly are, actually. I can tell by looking at you. Most all of you are in some way.
Not me.
Are you sure?
Not so much me either.
Pretty
to be
sure.
honest.
Okay. But as I
I
said,
mean, Aaron and I just are magic.
it's butchered fresh, it's
guess.
safe to eat, no parasites, nothing you have to worry about. It's perfect.
How do you... Were there sheep here once?
No living ones. They don't make it past the waters. But we put the picture together. That's the same way everyone here was made. Except for myself, of course.
Have you been here the whole time?
Oh no, of course not. I only moved here. Well, for me it's recent, but I suppose it might have been some time for you all.
Where did you move here from?
The city of the center.
How long were you in this city, in the center?
The Nexus.
The great
my,
city, right?
My whole life.
Concept of time.
Everyone who's there is born there. No one is. Few people have left.
You said 3 people or a few
I said
people?
few people have left.
Few people.
Who? Well. Damn it.
Would you
This-
prefer
this
something
city-
leafy? Like a more salad, seaweed type thing?
Oh, I was. I was gonna have the fish. Is that? Did she cook
Oh.
fish?
I can. Give me a moment. Please, I can steer something up.
Oh, no,
and
I don't-
You noticed? No,
I was-
please. I insist. It's what you're here for. Please. I am still listening. Keep talking. Keep talking. As she gets up, and you notice that with the strange ability to virtually create life out of a fish fillet, she doesn't use any magic at all when cooking.
Yeah. It would come out as like a microwave meal. So,
Loses that je ne sais quoi.
But
Mrs. Tail is too much.
with that, for those of you who actually is participating in this meal,
I
Me,
will
definitely.
eat.
Yes.
Are you also
I
having
would
the
like
fish
to ask.
parts?
I'll have
I
the
would
veal.
like to ask for alligator because it reminds me of home. Because I
Oh.
definitely eat lizard all the time in Evermore.
yes,
That's very cat-like of you.
I wasn't really prepared to take a bunch of requests, but I can figure something out.
That's it's fine. I'll just have the cow. I really don't need fish. It's all right. I just figured, when in the heart.
I mean, this might be the
Sorry.
last time you have red meat for a while.
That's a good point.
Something caught in my throat, sorry. It's still there. Alright, anyways. But
Because you're underwater.
it's like I had to roll my eyes again large because I don't think you saw it. But this is like it's very strange because like Dazan does most of the cooking, I'd assume. At least when you guys are actually staying at the house. And he's pretty good at it. He's figured out quite a lot since then. He's new to, like, he only recently, within less than a year's time, has been able to eat food, and he's making the most of that shit.
I bet.
Nothing he has ever made for you guys is even remotely in comparison to this. Flavors it almost feels like almost like drug. There's a very strange sensation to it. It doesn't feel like you're eating normal food. There's this almost euphoric feeling that comes with it. But as that washes over you all, everyone else seems to be very calm. It's very sort of relaxed atmosphere in the place in this moment. And eventually, after having everything settled again once more, Aster makes their way back to the table, sitting with everybody in like the middle area of it. Because also Aster doesn't particularly sit like ahead of the table or anything like that. She asks directly to you guys, so I have to know what brings you all down here.
Really just exploring. We just were wondering what we're here. It was just very intriguing. I guess you could say we're sightseers in a way.
So you're like vacationing?
Well,
Like tourists?
I don't like either of those words, but
I suppose you could call it an impression. We saw a shade of the past of the Shield of Astra. And we were wondering if we could find the ruin of Astra, or if it still is kept going in some fashion at the bottom of this.
I've heard stories of Astra. It was one of the most beautiful places you could ever be. So far above the ground, and you could almost touch the sky. In fact, that's the whole reason my sister moved there. But Astra, we don't know exactly where it fell, or at least it wasn't known before I left the Nexus. But it didn't fall anywhere close to here. It would have been somewhere far out of Revedia.
Then which city is beneath us?
Wait, I just realized something goofy.
what?
I don't think I actually said the name of the city at any point yet.
I don't.
no,
think
you said the Great City.
Oh.
So that's why Kayla. That's the lore reason, in character reason for why Kalis is asking about another city. Not because I forgot about something that we talked about several sessions ago or something like that. That would never happen.
No. We'd never forget anything from any of our sessions.
There's not too much to remember in this campaign or anything.
No large gaps of time. No.
The city, the people called it Oresa.
Could you write that up, please?
I did.
Okay, there it is. Thank
You
you.
did. Rude.
I wasn't looking at the Foundry page.
How could you?
Incredibly beautiful. Oh, sorry.
No, don't worry about it.
I
And
was going to say,
is it all the way down?
it's as far down as you can go.
So this Oresa, is it the Nexus itself, the city?
No, not exactly, but all leads back to Revedia. The whirling, the flows, the water, it all leads exactly to that spot.
I have a question for you. Have you heard of Osiris?
That sounds familiar. Oh,
Heard he's somewhere around here, but I'm not sure.
I feel like I've heard the rumblings of that name before. In fact, I know exactly where from. The few who had made their way here before you. Normally, I do my best not to speak about the others that make their way through. Don't want people to have any advantage or take advantage of people in any way. But Makan, of the last group that came through here, he had also mentioned something about that name.
Thank you.
I don't hope that's helpful. But if you find him ahead of you, maybe you'll be able to help. Give more insight than I can. He does seem to be a rather stern fellow, to say the least.
I think the cameras went black.
Cameras went black.
Is he tabbed out again?
I'm
No.
tabbed in.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
I don't know, it looks fine on OBS for me. But
I can check if you.
with that, sort of asking, so you don't have, or no, you were talking about the city itself. But yes, everything that enters the world eventually returns to the world, as it's all considering it's where it all came from in the first place.
Returns to the world?
The world of Revedia.
Yes, the currents that surround us, that's called the world. The world spirals
You said
down.
the world returns us to the world.
Oh, I misspoke then. It returns everything to the Nexus. And thus the
Right.
Nexus continues to spew out everything that is spit into the world.
Does the city of Oresa sit above the Nexus?
Pretty much. Not fully though. It's complicated. Imagine like a mountain and the city's on that, and on the other side of the mountain, on the bottom, is the middle of the world.
I see.
And it's not exactly a mountain as well. It's not really made of ground or earth. It's a creature of some sort. I heard something like that. That's what the old stories always were.
A creature.
A creature.
Yeah, some great slumbering beast that laid the foundation for the city eons upon eons ago, something like that. I was not a big
Oh.
history person in school.
So we see that you have a sign here, which was very informative. But there is also a sign when we entered the world. Do you know anything about that? Because it talked about a sleeping one.
I have never actually fully exited the world, so I couldn't tell you anything about what it says. I haven't seen it. But I assume it's a warning to try and keep people out. And the idea of slumbering is when you'll run into a lot down here. There lie very, very big things all around this place, and they conserve their energy. They sleep for days, months, years, decades, depending on what they are. And usually whenever something big wakes up, you're made aware of it very quickly.
When was the last time something woke up? Do you know? I know you said you weren't big on history, but
It's not the history question. I mean,
Oh.
We even feel reverberations out here. And I want to say... Oh. I still haven't figured out the great way to keep track of time, but... It was... After... those that friend you spoke of and the Acel one, after they visited, but before the ones previous to you came.
Say Arium?
Or not Arium, Varus. I don't know why I said
Varys.
Arium.
Yeah. I was like, oh no, was Arium here?
No, he's in a completely different place.
Okay. Just because you say the answer one more time, I'm sorry, I got so distracted by that.
The last one of these great awakenings that they had felt over here was between sometime when when Varus visited, and when Makin and Grimold and Triggered visited.
That wasn't that long ago. Then.
It wouldn't have been more than a couple months tops.
Yeah.
That sounds so familiar to me for some reason.
Was there like an earthquake on land that we felt at all or anything?
Oh, that's when we were in the what you call it place, right?
Yeah, trying to fetch me back. Sorry, guys.
No, it was before that, right?
Oh, was it?
Yeah, we went to the place, the North Ice area.
Yeah,
because
if we're going a few months back, it'd probably be somewhere around there. Because the entire events, especially of losing Terran to getting Terran back, was within the course of 2 weeks, technically.
Wow.
Because they immediately went to Limbo. Got back from there. Go ahead.
I mean, it was 3 weeks for the material plan, though, wasn't it?
Oh, that is
time
true.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, that is true.
It's been a long time since we went to the north, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's after we got back, we had a lot of downtime, and then the attack on Revedia happened, and then we went into the Moving Wilds, and then we went into the Shadowfell, and then went back to the city, and then we did a bunch of other stuff, and then we went to the Emerald Lane, etc., etc.
But in-game, it's only been a couple of months.
But
yeah,
I think.
But I just mean that wasn't yesterday. The frozen.
Yeah.
I will say the most significant events that would have happened within the last couple of months that you could think of would have probably been the actual moving of the Moving Wilds. That was a big thing.
Yeah, the eclipse. Yeah.
Yeah, the eclipse is part of that. I mean,
didn't Var change to Osiris in that period of time too?
His would have been probably a little bit earlier than that, I do believe.
Okay.
But if it could possibly be on the edge of that, I'd have to actually comb through shit and try to figure out a timeline for that. But only other thing I can think of, Mistress Temple activating and being broken through, because that is, while it was very local to you guys, that is a very significant worldly thing to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there isn't one that immediately strikes out over all the other ones.
You said that one of the last few that came before us, that Makan was one of them. Were they in a group together, those three, or were they individuals?
They seem to be, if not together, at least traveling together.
Hmm. I guess you said that you don't really talk about other visitors so much, so
I tried to avoid it. It's a courtesy thing.
Do you know of the Great Worms?
There's multiple?
Yes, which one do you know?
From my time, there was only one great one spoken of. The one that's guarded the dragons, moved them from life to death and such. Well, actually, no, technically, that's not the oldest one. So if she, when you say great worms, there's two that she would know of. One actually being the nigga's name, who is
No, I
below
don't think that was their name. I don't believe
Here's
that was their name. Can't put that in my notes, I'm
Well-
afraid.
Here's the thing, we can change that really quick. Ah, man, so many names that I have to go through, and
Was
I
it-
didn't
Oh, go on.
categorize these lists.
Go on,
Usha-
list all of the great worms. It'll be fun.
Was it
At least a
Ushara
pretty
or
good
whatever it
worm.
is?
Yes, Usharan. Usharan.
Yeah,
Um,
I know that guy.
So that's
I
the
know
one
that
name she
bitch.
says?
yes. Yeah, famously known.
Oh,
First of the brood of Bahamut and Eris, or Emeritus.
But you know of their progenitors too.
Well, yes, but those, they don't really count anymore.
Muhammad doesn't count. Okay.
Well, I mean, he's not around anymore. Not really. Neither is Emeritus. Not in a physical, they're more metaphysical, I think. I don't really worship much of anything. But I think some people do.
Do you not worship Mystra? Because, magic? You're very
Oh.
magical.
What would I need Mishra for?
Because you magic?
And?
No. So, okay.
Don't you need that for, like, the stuff?
Do you mean the
Then-
weave?
Well, yeah, to
Yes, but I don't need Mistra's permission. None of us do to use the magic.
that must be nice.
So,
No offense.
the great
I say
worms
in
then, do you know of Krios or Zera, Null, Zastari, Civis, or Vendari?
Let's see. Zestari? No, never heard of that. Whatever that is. Civis doesn't ring a bell. Krios. Krios, nope. What else would there be? No, that is familiar.
Hmm?
He's the one who was in love with the some lady that was referred to as the Raven Queen during this time. Dragon that fell in love with a lady from this time.
The goddess,
The goddess. What?
who fell in love with the Raven Queen?
No?
Yeah, tragedy in darkness,
No.
Do you guys not know anything about gods?
What are you talking? I have no idea what you mean. Is the Raven Queen a god? Last I
Yeah.
heard, she just lived in one of... Interesting, okay. Many things have changed up there.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Well, I
I know
mean,
that. I feel like I knew she was a woman before.
technically she's a god down here too, as far as you put stock in those things. What about Vendari? Have you seen of
Oh,
him down here?
Vendar. I forgot Vendar. I know which one that is.
The great worm of the ocean.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Vendari... I don't know if that's an actual great worm. Because it's said that the mountain in which the city lies is supposed to be Vendari, but it doesn't exactly seem much like a dragon if you see it. Or a worm.
Well, we saw like a big scary water dragon, northwest off the coast, in the external sea. So we're not unaccustomed to differently shaped dragons.
Just to be clear, is it world big or ocean big?
The one she's asking with the thing we saw?
Yes.
It was probably about as big as this bubble that you all live in. Maybe a little bit smaller. Still very large though.
Okay, so like world medium.
Or just world medium. Yeah. But medium for a dragon, you know?
Hmm. But an important thing I like to do for all those who make their way here is be one of the only people who, as this, will try to give you a bit of a warning. As I said before, things flow in one direction throughout the world, and that luckily means that you pretty much always know where you're going to go. You could try to hop from current to current, but it's very dangerous to navigate if you don't know what you're doing. And if you guys leave this place, it will take you to one that is quite unpleasant. Well, I don't know the current state of it. I haven't scribed on it in quite some time. It's this object known as the amalgam. And they are more like folks like your size. And let me make sure boom, boom. That's the Moonstone Coast Frosted Edge. That's the Bowels. Moon Wilds, Minor Cities. Don't want that. Excuse me. Heart of Revedia. There we go. But they're very strange folk, very pale skin. They reek of death. They eat the flesh of each other and whatever happens to come along their way. They're quite ones to watch out for. Well, the actual name of them I don't know. I call it the amalgam because what it is imagine a massive mash of floating ships all stuck together, as if all the debris that you see in the ocean was just bundled into one giant mass, and things
Yeah, I think we saw
on the inside of
the
it.
tail end of that as we were cruising through the whirl.
You saw just random debris. You didn't see like a specific shape. That's what you're asking about. I think Jagun saw it in their like vision earlier.
Kalis was just saying, like, we saw like part of the constellation of debris. Like the sort of like the great trash blob, you know, it's sort of.
Yes, and especially with something which you all ride in, if it spots you, if you're spotted by the crew of the amalgam, they are definitely going to try to add you to their mass.
Is Jay here?
Jay is here, and he sort of looks like, "What do you mean add to their mass? How are they gonna get the? Are they gonna tie us onto them?"
Well, there's the thing.
And just go, no, not exactly. I'm not exactly sure how they do it, but they use some sort of magical material that essentially just permanently attaches things it touches to it. At least on objects. It doesn't seem that people are always stuck to it. Whatever things are added to the collection to say. So contact with in general is going to be quite difficult to get you unstuck afterwards. He goes, great. And he's looking over at Dazan. He's like, you got any... We'll figure something out. We'll workshop something. He goes, but the man who heads it all is one whose name it was actually up on the wall behind you. Xanthicus von Hethrin. He was a traveler here at some point, and I suppose he decided somehow, some way, that he wasn't going any further. He's a massive crew of these various undead, and he, I believe, was what they would call a vampire, something like that. I've heard generally that they're not supposed to be underwater, but what do I know? We didn't really have many of those during my time.
I'm sorry, did you say his name was Zaddy?
Zadicus von Hetheren?
It's in the foundry.
Thank you.
Say Sadie again, I will bludgeon you.
I'm just saying he's probably pretty old, is all I'm saying, you know. Zadicus.
You said that his crew are all undead?
Yes, from what I've seen.
Huh.
But a man for you all to be wary of. He could be quite dangerous.
Well, thank you for the warning. We've dealt with a good number of undead in our day, so we'll look out for ourselves. You can be assured. Am I crazy? Didn't we fight undead people at some point?
We fought undead on a ship when we were looking for Jugun's. We found one of Jugun's brothers.
Right.
I can't remember which one it was.
It was the little imp guy.
Yeah, it was a little imp guy. I can't remember his name.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It was a while ago.
That's crazy. Vampire. This is only the third Control F result for vampire in my notes. That's crazy.
I don't feel like we haven't gone up against vampires before, have we? I don't think so.
No, no, but I mean, it's crazy how much you've avoided. Not so much dungeons, but dragons and vampires.
Yeah, a lot of the very like classical D&D monsters. Yeah, we got a beholder in there at one point, but you guys,
a skeleton, a mummy.
We befriended beholders.
Yeah.
We were allies with beholders somehow. Was it Zolti? Yeah, Zolti.
Zoldycox.
Zoldycox, yeah.
Oh my god, hit him up.
I'd love it if beholders were just like completely useless underwater. Like they fire their beam and it just like boils the water in front of them and like backfires. They're like, I can't see now.
That'd be funny.
But as you guys' meal comes to a close, what she's gonna say to you is, you're welcome to stay here as long as you like. Whenever you make your preparation for your journey, you're more than welcome to pass. But it's been a pleasure meeting you all, and if you have any more to speak of, I'll be around. I think it's... Maybe I should try sleeping again. I haven't done that in a while.
Thank you for your hospitality. It was not expected.
Yes, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Just everybody in specific? That's it?
He gives like a nod, like sort of like pats on the chair that he pulled out.
Oh, yes. Well, also, yeah, everybody
All
and
people.
If you want to refer
Everybody
to all
also.
those that are here, you say everyone. He is everybody.
everyone.
There's no everyone.
Sorry. Of course.
Not yet.
I could make an everyone. Ooh, how would I make an everyone out of?
Uh-oh.
I need to go have thoughts. As you watch, she's
Guys, Guys,
Yell
I
if you
have to
need me, and she
run
paces
before
away.
gets new pronouns.
And Jay is just gonna be looking at you guys like, what?
Exactly. Don't forget to write your name on the wall.
We should do that.
We need like a.
Oh, I
we need,
have
like, an
definitely. If you
NPC.
haven't written your guys' names on the walls, Sparks has 100% done it for you.
Wait,
Karen will look over and see her name on the wall. Okay.
what if this is like some weird magical curse that we just signed up for? What if it's a contract? Don't you guys deal
You
with
know, I
So,
mean,
Kalis is gonna
wouldn't be the first time. Or the second.
Oh, and it's your full names, by the way, if Sparks knows it. You know.
Right.
Kalis is gonna do like a little superscript, like triangle arrow above his name. I think it's Kalis Roke and Brynhild.
But as you guys begin making your way back towards the ship, seems that most of them, these guys don't really sleep. They kind of just like go back wandering, doing random activities, almost like you're watching like NPCs in like a GTA game. But there is one that is following you back to your ship, and it is that one.
Oh boy.
It's just kind of like
What's that?
waddling alongside.
Oh, someone's here.
No,
That one's here.
No, someone like you, like you're that one. Yes, that one's here. Hello.
this one, that one.
Oh. What's up?
Just follow.
Okay.
Not doing anything else.
What do you usually do here?
Not much of nothing. Sometimes I go in circles.
Do you get bored?
I don't know. Don't really think about it.
I
What is
see.
your purpose in life?
You serve butter.
Just hanging around.
Oh, vicious. You're like, what's your raison d'etre? Terran's like, butter boy.
Oh, please don't use that
Yeah.
phrase.
You're the butter boy. He's the butter boy.
And then it's sort of like in response to like they ask him a question like, what is your purpose? He just says, Aster, no more family. We family. Sister
Sweet,
bad lady.
actually.
She leave.
Bad lady.
Slave?
Mean,
way.
she leave. Not good sister. Go away.
To the city. The Sky City.
Yeah.
Oh. That was a while ago.
Still hurt.
Do you know why she left?
Wasn't there.
See. Maybe she could have other reasons.
But Isadora, mean lady.
Can you just clarify, is it Esther with an E?
Aster. A-S-T-E-R.
Like the flower.
Damn it. Okay.
I hope you realize that I am making a game out of this. Like, whenever I, like, make a name, I intentionally, at this point, make it so that it's gonna fuck up your nose in some way.
Aster is a real name.
It is, but you weren't ready for it.
Generally, if you're talking about, like, a feminine name, you would think Esther. But also, I guess, they could be an Aster, too? What? Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Why not?
Did that one say Aster's sister's name? Or no?
Oh, it just did, yeah.
What? I missed it entirely.
Oh, it just said, Isadora, mean lady.
Isadora. Sister is.
And so Astra's sister left for Astra.
Yes.
Gotcha. It's a wonder she didn't want to live in that city. What possible confusion
Not
could
right.
come of that?
I know, right? No confusion at all. What are you talking about? Very clear.
Okay.
And Taryn,
How?
go ahead. What was Sarah you're gonna say?
No, I forgot already.
Can you go ahead and just make me a general intelligence check?
Yes. If I can pull up my sheet. Intelligence. Normal. That's not great.
You could use luck.
I could,
Isidore.
you know? Yeah.
Are you using your luck?
I will use one of my lucks, because I have all of them. So, not 23, just 2. Jesus Christ. I'll use luck. Come on! That's better.
14? This is not your
Oh.
first time hearing this name.
It's Isidore, the premier of Astra.
Yeah.
The female wizard, the wizard who led the city, and it was her sister.
She's the one that turned into the blue lady? With magic?
Yes.
The blue magic?
The
Yes.
one you guys directly fought inside the mind of Ariam Vel.
Yep. Oh.
And you just kind of like waddling alongside still.
She's not a good person.
Nope. Bad lady. Bad morals.
Yeah.
Bad friend. You know Isidore?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
No.
Mm,
Not personally, but we.
Well, I don't know if it would be the real Isidore or Isidore.
It wasn't. We didn't meet Isidore.
No, it was the memory.
It was the mage taking her form as like a personification of
Right.
Ariam's fears in his mind
Yeah.
to mind screw him.
But while you guys did not meet Isidore,
Complicated.
there is one big. I'm just gonna give this to you folks because it's been a minute. I'm not gonna ask you to remember something this small. You remember when it came to the actual spell that was cast on Ariam Vel, sealing him in that way. Joanna spoke in particular about how this was not magic people should normally be capable of. This was happening in a realm that existed beyond what's it called? What was beyond the normal limits of the weave. And there is something that does harken back to the image that you guys saw within Ariam. And also, I don't even know. I'm walking around it because I'm not sure if I've directly told you guys this or not. I'm fairly certain I have. I just have to remember. I don't remember the context around it. But Isidore was presumably alive. Ariam spoke of her afterwards, saying that she was the one that had sealed him in that way. So she's walking amongst the land, up above on the material plane.
I can't remember.
So it was
the information
Isidore?
that you told me is DM information about her or stuff we know.
You guys only know her name in game at the moment. You know her in game, and you know her as being a previous ruler or leader of Astra.
Good. I'm glad that I didn't say that out loud then.
So, right. Okay, so Ariam said that Isidore, the red view, Crimson View mage who took on the appearance of Isidore was in fact Isidore herself, right?
Yes.
Okay. Shit. And I have notes. When you cast Sparks, when you cast a big 9th level spell to disintegrate Isidore's shell, you revealed her true form, which we saw then was luminous blue, which we know now is one of these progenitor folks.
Mhm.
Maybe this is. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, there was this whole thing about progenitor races you were talking about back then. But is there any significance to this? In my notes, I have that Isidore cast a spell on Arium and imprisoned him within a blue orb. Is that just a regular blue orb, or is that a significant blue orb?
That in itself is that part of the spell is not like significant in any way, or that was like relevant during all that stuff.
Okay, so it was just a spell. Thank you.
There's also Arium's default is also an orb,
Yeah.
kind of like a big bowling ball guy.
Yep.
I feel like we're again taking away personhood from people, and I don't love that.
Well, he's a construct, isn't he?
Again,
Kind of.
really being reductive.
It's a slippery
Yeah.
slope,
of
guys.
people that are living, thinking beings.
True. No, he's definitely sentient, obviously,
But technically, he is a construct. Yes, he was created.
wasn't he? Was it like a kind of like equivalent to like a nuclear bomb containment or something like that? I'm remembering.
The idea of it is that like the power, he was like a type of thing that was trying to be made in several cities as like their version of like a nuclear deterrent. If any other states would find themselves in conflict, you can release something like how Arium was. Because he is not what he was back then fully. Otherwise, he'd be much more capable than he is now. He wouldn't have to deal with Isidore.
No one. Could you take us back to Aster?
That one.
No one's over
one.
there. That one.
That one.
That one can go there. Whatever. You want Aster?
That one. Could you take us back to Aster, please?
Okay.
I hope people are watching this.
He just turns around and starts waddling
like
away.
us. I hope you out there are watching this suffer.
Mandy and Near are watching at least.
Or something. Thank you. This is pronoun hell, but not because I'm being weird about it. But it's just literally pronoun hell. It's just pronoun hell.
So
that's
that
not
one
right.
just starts walking.
Yeah, he just like starts waddling away. He's like, okay.
I'm gonna follow.
And as you guys begin following that one back inside the building, he cuts off towards one of these hallways and it leads into another large open chamber. And you see Aster seemingly at work, conceptualizing these new different creatures. You see almost like, imagine like these like minis that appear, like the rough outlines, like, no, head on that one's too big, it's gonna have poor balance. It goes, no, that one, its feet aren't wide enough, it looks weird. And as you're talking, she sort of, that one's gonna yell, Aster, here. And it just like points back at you guys. Because she turns sort of, not expecting you guys to come so immediately. But just, is there any issues? Any other questions you all had?
More the latter, really. Just as a matter of practicality, I'm curious why you wrote on your sign to specify that magic was allowed here.
Because magic is allowed?
Is
Is there a prohibition on magic elsewhere within the world?
I wouldn't say it's against the rules. But I know sometimes the water, certain areas can have weird effects on magic in some ways. So it's safer, you're sometimes suggested not to do so. You'll usually find the signs of those places pretty clearly. It smells sickly in those places. It feels icky to be there.
We read a sign, something that might have been a warning. I'm not sure if you're familiar, at the top of the whirl when you're about to enter the current. The sign woven in the waters said, "Neither might nor magic shall be your escape." Is there anything that interferes in the casting of teleportation spells in the whirl or in the nexus?
Oh, that's a much more precise question. And yes, there is. Well, teleportation magic can be used to some degree within the worlds in small localized areas. If you're trying to travel vast distances with it, it is incredibly likely to fail you. In fact, to the point where it's generally better to not even attempt to do so, with the risk incurred. As it said, there is no escape. Well, I don't know, but I wasn't there who wrote that. That's probably exactly what it means. The way out of the world is through the center, to be spit back out once more.
Hmm.
And if you try to cheat that, because this all will flows in one direction, if you flow against the currents, you'll be swept away.
Does that apply for changing planes as well, magically?
You wouldn't be able to change planes from this place. Not necessarily because of. Imagine if you're making a portal, it's going to go to one place. It's going to my hand right here, right? Well, it has to start from wherever you are. But the problem is, you aren't right here. You're over here and 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 over here. You're in a lot of places at the same time. Yes. This isn't just water, of course. This is everything. And that includes the planes.
This is everywhere, not just nowhere.
Well, this is nowhere, but down there is everywhere.
But it's also everywhere.
Well, everything comes from somewhere, so it ends up everywhere. He's catching on.
So, thank you for that warning. Do you know what happened to your sister after she left the world?
You watch as you say that, and her eyes narrow a bit, looking over towards that one.
Quite healthy, I'm sure. I don't mean that there's nothing bad that's happened to her. She's fine.
Good for her. No, I don't have much knowledge about that. It was a long, long time ago. We were young then. Mostly children when she left for Astra.
Well, I believe we bring tidings in a roundabout.
Wait, you say she's fine. How? She was on Astra. Wait a minute.
Well.
Did Astra not fall like all the others did?
No, yeah. No, that happened. Yoga and Terran, anyone wanna? Should I just? What do you want? We should tell her.
That's kind of a tricky subject. We found her in someone's mind.
Yeah.
We were not alive, of course, during the events that led up to the events in the past before the collapse, but we bore witness to them in a roundabout fashion.
And interacted with her.
She's snarky.
She. imprisoned the person whose mind we were in as we were trying to figure out what happened and free him of that.
She
Well-
was very unkind to our friend.
Yeah. But the fact that she actively did that to him means that she's still around.
This is very strange. I did not expect to hear this, so I don't know how to feel about it. I think I'm supposed to be happy, but you're all telling me that she's doing terrible things. I need to figure this out internally because I don't like how I feel right now.
Understandable.
But as I said, feel free, help away, and well, now that I've given some thought to it, there is one other way to exit the world. Something that I can offer to you is, in exchange, if you happen, whenever you happen to leave, I would request the direction in which you could point my sister. Only problem is I can't exactly do it more than one time. So know that that's now on the table.
Sorry, she can point us towards your sister, she said?
No, I'm saying that there's actually another way. It's not just to the next which she can exit the world. She has another way to do it, is what she's telling you. If you guys need to ever make your escape from here. However, she can only do it a single time, and in exchange, you have to at least give her a direction where she can go to find out. Chase after her sister.
Oh, you wanted to pursue her.
I think that might be necessary. I need to find out what's going on with that.
Us to tell you now?
No,
Or
because
Mary?
you're not leaving now. I assume you're going to continue forward. Came all this way.
We are. For what it's worth, Isidore was, did very well for herself. Probably still has been for a long time. She rose to be the premier wizard of sorceress of Astra before, things didn't go so well for that city.
Good to know. That's also, I'm not sure if that's reassuring or not. Jeez, can't say I'm surprised, but okay. Okay, that wasn't fucked up. But that's what I have for you folks now. You don't have to reassure me any further. I just need a moment to sit on some thoughts.
That's really understandable, I think.
All right, well, maybe we'll cross paths again somehow.
Yes. In fact, just in case, you should probably take that one with you. If you all need... It doesn't really do much of anything.
Right. Yeah. That one.
It's small, doesn't take up much space, but he can keep me in reach of you if the need arises. You could take somebody else, but that one's probably the most convenient for you, I assume.
If that one wishes to come with these ones, then that one is welcome.
He kind of just looks up and she's like, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, imagine that.
Man, that is the most NPC. It's like, I'm just standing here. I don't know why. I just stand here and follow you around.
He's effectively a sim.
Right, I was writing thanks.
Bro.
I'm saying it's We did already have an NPC follower that we like. This would probably be an NPC follower. Hey,
you just have to voice like a bunch of like NPC babble, like sim babble.
No, see, here's the thing. It's great because that one is just gonna stand in a corner for most of the time. Just like taps him on the head and he wakes back up.
Amazing. I love it.
Oh my god.
All right.
Gosh.
But with y'all getting back on the ship, I don't know what y'all leaving immediately if you have any other things you want to say and do. But we will take care of that at the start of the next session. As you guys step forth out of leaving nowhere and into the possible reach of what Aster called the Amalgam. But with that, that's where we're letting it rock. Hey, if you stick around, if you saw this and you haven't seen this before, thanks. That's pretty cool. I mostly just do this so I can remember what happens in my sessions. And I still forget to rewatch them. But anyways, peace out, folks.